So I want to begin this session by inviting you all to just take a moment to drop your energy down to your feet. And the reason for this is we actually want to start this session by getting grounded. Normally we would end a session with grounding, but today we want to begin the session with grounding because some of us have had big days, busy days, chaotic days, challenging days, or just a day, if you get what I'm saying. So we want you to just focus your energy on your feet. And as you focus on your feet, just set the intention that all the busyness, all of the thoughts, all of the worries, all of the have to do this, don't forget that, got to let this go, got to remind, don't forget that, all of these thoughts, all of this busyness, just set the intention that it all start to flow down into the earth and just settle into the earth below you, out of you and into the earth. So just call all your energy back from wherever it's been today, wherever you went, whatever you did. Call all of your energy back from today, from yesterday, from last week, and just bring it all back here and anchor, ground it all down into the earth so that you are here, fully here. And if there's any parts of you that is struggling to come back here, struggling to be here, we're just going to do a little bit of work to just support those little bits and pieces that are struggling or feeling challenged or forgetting or just don't know how to be here, right now, presently, in this moment, in your body. So we're just sending some support for these little parts of you, these little pieces, these little fragments, these little tiny strands that maybe over here, maybe over there, maybe still stuck yesterday. And giving them permission, showing them the directions, giving them the support they need to come back here. Come back down into you, grounded, solid, and whole. Now, as that's taking place, I want you to also, to the best of your ability, bring your awareness to the heart. And we want to take a moment to open the heart, to actually really feel the heart chakra and feel how the heart chakra is feeling right now. For some, it's probably feeling a little tired, or maybe it's feeling a little underwhelmed, or maybe it's a bit more open and whatever it is, just notice where it's at. And I want you to just take a moment to think about or try and remember a time when your heart was more open. And try and bring back that memory of something you did, something you experienced, something you felt that caused your heart to be much more open, wide, expansive. We want to bring in that memory and bring it back because we really want to open up the heart today to get it filled with more love and also just really open it up so that it is able to support you to expand, up level, grow, shift, change, whatever it is that is going to happen for you today. We need the heart to be on board and we need the heart's support because the heart is a doorway, a gateway, a bridge, right? It is a bridge to your higher self, higher consciousness. It is a bridge to the spirit world. So much of that spirit world activity happens through, connects to, via the heart. So we really want to get that heart open. And for some of you, you may be feeling do I have to? And, I don't want to. Or okay, but I'm feeling a little emotional or a little stuck or a little uncertain, or what's the point? There could be a whole wide range of things you could possibly potentially be feeling. So we're just calling in some support for the heart right now to allow it to open to its fullest as it can right now, to allow in that fullest connection, that fullest flow of energy, and to really open to more self-love. Not the love that we direct to ourselves, but the love that comes from ourselves to support ourselves with what is going to happen tonight. We need to call on more of our love, our higher love, our, the love that we are connected to in the universe, and the love that we ourselves can feel and can express. It's our love that we give. It's the love that we feel. So we're just doing some work now to support the process of opening and expanding the heart by connecting to any parts that may be resistant, struggling, overwhelmed, uncertain, unclear, don't know what to do, don't know what this is about. This feels a bit weird. I don't know. Any of these parts, we're now just calling them and gathering them all in. And we're doing some work to support these parts, open these parts, expand these parts, and really support these parts to know more of the higher truth of themselves. And as these parts start to shift, clear, it's almost like there's a sense of clarity coming in of, oh, okay, I was making up a story, or oh, maybe I was making a big deal out of something that maybe I shouldn't have needed to, or oh, maybe I was just stressed and I can relax. So whatever it is, we get a sense here that there is just some relief coming for these parts that were resistant or overwhelmed or tired, and there's some fresh energy coming in to really help these parts of you connect in, to allow your heart to start to open, to start to expand, and expand with this self-love. And when we say self-love, it is the love that comes from the self. It is not the love we are calling in for ourselves. It is the love we have the capacity to give. And this is one of the things we really want to do now, is take that love we have the capacity to give. Now, some of us have a lot of love to give. Some of us need to give a lot of love. Some of us have to, maybe we're mothers, or, we work in a job where we have to love, have to nurture so much. And so what we're doing now for this first part of this expansion is basically expanding our capacity to love. So if we loved 30% of our overall higher potential, maybe after today, we will love 40%, just increasing, up-leveling our capacity to love both others and ourselves. But it's opening the amount of love that comes out of us from us, our own love pool, which gets often filled from the universe or wherever, but we have to feel that pool inside of us, and we're just expanding it. Now, for some of you, there is a sense of, I don't know how to love more, or the opposite, if I have to love anymore, I'll be drained, I'll be empty, there'll be nothing left. I am already over loving and tired. There is a sense here of overgiving For some of us, there is an overgiving of love, almost too much. And it's like the battery is empty. We are tired. We are drained. You can't possibly give us more love. We will just get even more tired. So there's some resistance kicking up here from a few of you. And some of this resistance is, shall we say, inherited from our mothers, from our fathers, from our ancestors. For some of you, this resistance comes from other lifetimes, past, parallel, future. And for some of you, this resistance comes from your in this lifetime experiences, whatever, or a combination of any and all of this and something more. Whatever it is for you, we are simply gathering it together and doing some work to support these parts of you feeling this resistance to expand more love that you feel. Okay. So as we shift these ones, clearing and releasing any stories, beliefs, vows, contracts, agreements, anything that may have been getting in the way of you opening up to more self-love, knowing that the bigger your heart, the more you are capable of loving, the more better life will be. But this isn't to burn you out or tire you out. And so any parts of you that believe more love means I have more giving or more people taking from me, any parts of you feeling like, well, if I love more people are going to take and take and take because I don't have boundaries, or because that's just how it is, because there's just not enough love in this world. Any parts of you that may be feeling like, if I open up to more love, more people are going to take, and it's just going to be painful and exhausting. We're just shifting some of this now. And we're allowing this to be balanced so that you are able to open to more love, but it's on your terms. Meaning, if you feel inspired, guided, excited to share more of that love, you can. But if you feel that's enough, doors closed, no more, you can. This is about you and no one else here. And if any parts of you are associating this with anyone else, meaning if I open to more love, more people are going to take, that is being disconnected. This is about you. You have the power. You have control. And you get to give as much love as you choose, as much love as is for your highest good. And we are bringing in this for your highest good because sometimes it's not for our highest good to give a lot of love. And sometimes it's for our highest good to give more. So whatever is perfect with the people around you, the situations you're in, etc. Now, as this is clearing, we are now continuing this opening of the heart, this expansion of the heart, this opening to allow more love to be shared from the heart, more expression of love. Okay. And as we shift this, it's sort of setting off another clearing. It's almost as if in reaction to the heart opening to more love to come through, other areas of your being, whether it be part of your physical, emotional, spiritual, even parts of your mind, may be reacting to that and going, oh, that's changing. Well, because that's changing, I now feel whatever. So any parts that are kicking up or having a bit of an issue or a struggle or a resistance to the opening of the heart is now receiving some support. It is receiving a clearing or a healing or a releasing, or more importantly, is just being shown the light. Is if we are putting it into a position where it can see itself in a new light and see things, most importantly, from a bigger picture perspective, so that it can reflect back and go, oh, I understand. So there's an understanding coming in, and it is coming in through yourself, not from me. It's almost as if there's a self-understanding coming in to help these parts of you that may be resistance to, shall we say, self-correct. We're not doing the correction, you are. So as that happens, it's almost as if things are kind of getting more of a flow, more of a balance as a result. Now, the purpose for opening the heart and expanding the heart first is because we're going to need more love for what we're going to do next, because love brings support. The more love we feel, the more love we give, the more safe we feel. So what we're doing now, the next thing we're doing is taking this newly expanded capacity to send love, to express love. And it's like we're opening those doors wide open and allowing the love to start to flow out of your heart. Now, the thing is we're not sending it anywhere. We're not sending it out into the universe. We're not sending it to each other. This is meant for you and you only. So we are opening the doors for more of your love to come out and come back to you. You are being your own best support. You are being the love you need for this next shift. So we're just getting all of this shifted, opened, expanded, and put into place such that we can then get really started on the bigger thing we want to do next. So this takes us to part 2 of this group: up-leveling, elevation. And what we're doing next is connecting into any parts of you that feel resistant to, struggle with, opening and expanding, not to new to you things, but opening and expanding more to you. So imagine that we have you and we have your potential, but your potential is not the things that you learn, the courses that you take, the experience you have. The highest potential you in this case is the you that has connected more to your soul, connected more to your higher consciousness, disconnected from those stories and those beliefs that we learn, that we tell ourselves, that we experience, that define us, or that we allow to define us. And really what this is about is opening to more of the fullness of who we are, the fullness of our energy, the fullness of our expression, the fullness of our being. Now, there are some parts of us that don't like the idea of this. It's too dangerous, they say. That's a silly idea, they say. Or wouldn't that overwhelm you or be too much? Or they might say, but isn't your human self like too fragile for this, too small, too limited? Yes, maybe the human self is limited in how much it can allow through. But the thing about the human self is it's, in addition to the water and the skin and the organs and the blood, it's all energy. And that's the thing about energy. Energy can be shifted. Energy can be transformed. Energy can be adapted and adjusted such that we can change or prepare ourselves, adapt ourselves, clear ourselves so that we can receive more of that higher part of ourselves, so that we can become our higher selves and more. So we're connecting into all of these stories that hold us back from really, truly, easily, in the most divine and perfect timing, as and when we're ready, open more to who we are, what we can do, and be more the fullest, or a fuller, shall we say, expression of our true selves. Because we aren't just human. We are a soul in a human body. And that soul, it's like there are, shall we say, stages isn't quite the right word, but if you kind of look at the soul, there is us, human, the soul in us, and then we have this higher consciousness, we have the higher self, we have the I am presence, and there's all these sort of layers of ourselves that goes all the way up to source, connects right back to the very beginning. And although this might not make sense to you, it doesn't need to make sense to you. The point here is that we are more than just this face, and we are more than just this name, and we are more than just the experience, the lessons, the learnings of this lifetime. We are so much more. And it is accessing this so much more that brings beautiful understanding, awareness, clarity, expansion, expression. And expression is really important, because when we are more able to express ourselves in all the forms that we do, we allow our soul to shine through. And our soul, when it shines through, is so unique and so special and so divinely perfect as it is, that it really allows us to be who we are, and for some to stand out, and for others to just simply be more seen, witnessed, recognized for who we are and what we can do. It opens doors rather than shuts them. When people can see the truth of who we are, they respond differently. They relax. We're no longer a threat. They no longer are uncertain. As humans, we wear a lot of masks. We wear stories like, oh, I'm this person, because I want to fit in. I want to be accepted. When quite often that isn't true. And on another level can confuse people. I don't really know you. Who are you? I can't really truly know you, because there's walls of separation, because, well, there are stories, there are beliefs that you tell yourself, and there are stories and there are beliefs you tell others. So all of this is, in sum, really what we want is more of our soul's expression to come through. So all the parts of us, other lifetime, ancestral, childhood, and any other parts of us that may believe otherwise, struggle, resist, is essentially having an issue with allowing more of our fuller expression of our true selves, our soul selves, through to come out and to be here. This resistance is, we're kind of gathering all of this resistance, and we're doing energy to move this resistance. We're also taking that love that you have opened up to and directing it towards this resistance. You may not feel any resistance. It may be very subtle, or you might be feeling really uncomfortable right now. And if you're feeling really uncomfortable, it's okay. It's going to move. Send it more love, and just send it all the love you can send it. And just know that it'll be enough. We're supporting you too. So as we are now shifting and releasing any of these stories, beliefs, vows, contracts, agreements that are connected to these parts of you that are resistant to, don't want to, don't like the idea of, it's scary, it's dangerous, what are you doing? This is suicide. You're going to get murdered. You're going to get tortured. This is just, how could you be so silly? Any parts of you, any stories, any judgments, any aspects of your being, known, unknown, conscious, semi-conscious, unconscious, that are kicking up resistance right now, is all getting love, supported, healed, released, cleared, by essentially taking parts of you and lifting you up to an expanded elevation, such that you are able to see the importance of releasing this and the importance of where you're going, and also bring in a level of wisdom. Right now, this is what we're calling in the wisdom that allows you to look at these parts, feel these parts, and bring in the wisdom to understand why they were there, the wisdom to understand why they said what they said, the wisdom to understand they don't need to be in your life anymore, the wisdom to understand the purpose they served, the wisdom to understand how to release them, shift them, clear them, align with them, merge with them, whatever it is you need. We are giving you now the support, the energy to allow all this to happen. And we're just going to take a few minutes, because for some of you, this is a very quick process and it's already done. So sit back and relax. And for others, it's there's some stuck bits there, and we're just working on this. So for some of you, we need to clear and release the belief that connecting into more of my soul is going to create an ego trip. It's going to make me seem like I am better than others, or I am more than others, or I will have an advantage over others, or that I might end up taking advantage of others, or that I may end up being better than others. So we're clearing that, as well as any beliefs, stories, resistance, vows, contracts, agreements. Choosing to believe that if we were to open up and allow more of our soul self, our true self in, that we would lose ourself. It's sort of another analogy with this is, how sometimes you have a nice little company, and the company is just so dynamic and so unique and so original, and has really amazing staff, and it's it's very forward thinking, and it's doing stuff that no one else has done. And then a big company comes along and buys it and merges it, and then it's oh, now we're just part of this big company. It's all same, there's nothing special anymore. So for some of you, there's some resistance here with allowing in more of your soul self, because it's almost feeling as though you're going to lose your, in this lifetime, unique human personality and flair, and the stuff you were born into this lifetime with that maybe you didn't have in other lifetimes. The personality, the genetics, the all of these things, you're going to lose these things. And sorry, I don't want to lose this. I love it too much. I love myself. I love my hair. I love my voice. I love my my upbeatness. I love my personality. I love that I've inherited some of these things from my family that make me who I am. I love these things and I don't want to lose these things. So for some of you, there's some resistance, feeling as though allowing in more of the soul self is going to mean you're going to merge with something more boring. And yet we say this is not the case. If anything, we see the opposite being true, because we see the soul self backing some of this human stuff, some of our genetics, some of our personalities. Because let's put it this way, our personality in this lifetime is unique to this lifetime. Because let's just say, for example, maybe in our last time, we were a man and we didn't care about healing and we were boring. We liked business things, or we liked science things, or we were a farmer and we grew potatoes. Like maybe we were boring. And it's like, oh, I don't want to go back to being boring. But what we're trying to say is that by allowing in more of our soul self, it's not to take away from the personality. Absolutely not. The personality is a necessary requirement in this lifetime. It is like a fingerprint. It is a definition of who we are. Us in this human form, the personality is part of that. We need the personality. The personality gives us life. It makes us alive. It sets us apart. It defines us. Bringing in more of that soul self is here to, shall we say, almost expand upon the personality, especially if it's an aspect of your personality that's serving you, that's really unique to you and good for you and supporting you. So let's say it like this. Perhaps there's a part of your personality that's like really bubbly, upbeat, easygoing, outgoing, la, 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 happy, happy, happy. Bringing in more of the soul self is only going to enhance that and allow more energy through that and allow more like truth and clarity and expression, even more to come out. At the same time, maybe we have aspects of our personality that are not really congruent and aligned with us. Maybe, for example, we've inherited some family traits that, for example, maybe our families are like, oh, poor me, my life is so hard. And we grew up with that and we inherited that. And there's a part of us going, oh, me, poor me, my life is so hard and I can't help myself. And bringing in more of the soul self is going to help the personality to transmute some of that stuff and sort of become more light, to become more expansive, to become more free from the burdens of the personality while enhancing the positives, those parts of our personality that are necessary requirements for be here. They are part of our expression. They are part of who we need to be in this lifetime. They are a necessary requirement. So with this big, long, detailed thing, we're now clearing all of these parts of us that have issues, or maybe don't have issues, with the personality and the soul coming together, merging more, combining. Because the only thing that's going to be lost in this is the parts of us we no longer need, require, that no longer serve us, that no longer help us. What we are losing are the parts of us ready to shift, clear, heal, transmute, dissolve, disappear, whatever. So as that shifts, there is just a little bit more work to do, because as this is shifting and releasing, there's a few sort of related things coming up for some of you. Sort of some secondary stories, beliefs, stresses, anxieties, pressures, worries. And we're just doing some clearing on these as well. So as that's all cleared, we are now just sort of taking a step back and looking at the whole energy of the group. Have we shifted the resistance? The parts of us not wanting, not ready, not able to open up at our highest potential in this moment to more. Has all of this cleared in the group? Mostly. There's a little bit left. So what's this little bit that's left? Fear. It's just fear. And there's a little bit of shame, as in but I'm ashamed of this part of me, or I'm ashamed of this, and I'm ashamed. I'm afraid to show this because of stories and things that have happened in the past. So we have some fears, we have some shame, and we also have a little bit of lack of belief in our belief that any of this is real, or what is this? This is, I don't know. I don't get this. I don't believe this is real. So there's a few little things that we're just now clearing. We're also clearing and releasing any pressures we place on ourselves or have placed on us, as well as any pressures and, sorry, we're just not getting it. Stress. Any pressure, any stress we place on ourselves, any anxiety, any need to control. So this stress, this anxiety, this pressure, it's this pressure to do more. I need to open up faster, more, or I need to clear through this faster, or it's like, yeah, that kind of a thing. This stress, this pressure, this anxiety. I've got to do more. It's not enough. I'm not enough. It's too slow. I'm too slow. I need to make money. I need to do this. I need to do that. It's just like, I need it to happen faster. Please. We put pressure on ourselves to go faster than we need to, or faster than we're ready for, or faster than what's perfect for us at this time. We're clearing some of this anxiety, stress, pressure. Okay. So as the pressure, anxiety, and stress gets cleared, there is a sense here now of calm coming in, and we want more of this calm to come in. This calm, whatever will be. This calm, it's that sense here of when we're relaxed, when we're calm, when we're feeling the love, when we're feeling safe, we actually shift more, and we actually are able to do more, release more, experience more, expand more, do more. And so we want to now take any parts of us, any parts of you that may be feeling not so calm, a little bit stressed, a little bit anxious, a little bit worried, and isn't just able to fully relax for whatever reason, whether it be, your mind is going, oh my God, or your body is just going, we don't like this. Any parts of you, known, unknown, physical, emotional, spiritual, mental, that just needs clearing, releasing, so that you can completely relax and ease into a greater shift and feel safe and feel supported to open into a greater shift is now being shifted, cleared, released, dissolved, returned, whatever it needs, wherever it needs to go, whatever needs to be, we are doing so now. Okay. So as all of that clears, we're simply going to take one moment to call in more love from self and from the spirit world, from the universe, teams, guides, angels, higher self, whatever it is you connect with, whoever it is you connect with, calling in love from them and calling in more love from yourself. We're calling in more calm, peace, safety, healing, joy. We're bringing this through your energy. We're weaving this through your energy. We're merging this with your energy. We're calling this into your energy. Expanding this through your energy. Which in turn is opening the heart even more. So just allow yourself to breathe more deeply. Allow yourself to relax more deeply. Experience more calm, more space, and just letting it settle through all the parts of you, through your physical body, through the mind, through the energy around you, through the room itself. And just really letting it anchor and settle. And as all this calm comes into place, we are setting the intention now for you to receive the most beautiful, perfect expansion for you at this time. This could be an expansion of your awareness, an expansion of your intuition, an expansion of your connection to source, to self, an expansion in your capacity to show up, do what you do. But most importantly, this is an expansion of you. Bringing in more you, calling in more you, connecting in more you, allowing more of you, the real you, the true you, the soul you, more of your expression, combined with the personality, the aspects of the personality that are here to be expressed, merging the two, working the two together, allowing the two to become one. This is a soul expansion into the here and now, into the human. This is going to allow you to shine brighter, be bigger, bolder, braver, truer, more loving, more genuine, more authentic, more pure, more love, more light, more healing, more transformative, more connected, more you. And we're going to just take the next few minutes to bring it in, to allow your energy to expand and to expand to the most divine and perfect level, amount that you need it to be right now at this time. So simply just allow the energy to flow through you, flow into you, flow out of you, to move where it needs to move. If you need to move, move. If you need to move, go, shake, do whatever you need to do. If you need to use your voice, use your voice. You're experiencing any discomfort? No, it's just temporary. And as this expansion happens, it is setting off, triggering, but in a good way, some other parts of you that are like, oh, I want that too. Or, oh, if you're doing shifting into that, then, I want to match. So there may be some other unexpected parts of you that are now deciding we want to step up to. We want to expand to. We want to match this too. So whatever it is that was expanded, it's like this is part 2. And as part 2 shifts, it's kicking off for some of you a part 3, which will kick off a part 4. Almost like dominoes, right? You tip one and then boom, 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 boom. They all start to, all these other parts of you start to go, oh, well, since you've shifted, we're going to shift. And oh, since you've shifted, we're also going to shift. And we're also going to shift. And it's like a whole line of things starts to move. Things that didn't even know it needed to shift or clear or move. There's a lot of movement. So we're just going to let this, part 2, part 3, part 4, let it all go until we've moved through every single part of you that wants to expand, open, shift, expand, open, shift, allow in, become more of its fullest self, expansive self. And as this is taking place, there is a sense here of these different pieces coming together, locking together. This first piece, the second piece, the third piece, the fourth piece, as they sort of shift like dominoes, there is sort of an energy coming in to link them all together so that they are more aligned and together and on the same page. There's a coming home. For some of you, there's a coming home of, oh, it's been so long since I've experienced or tapped into or connected to this part of myself. It's just been so long. It feels like I've missed this part of myself and now I have it back. And for others of you, it's going to be this, I couldn't do this before. This is new. How long has this been a part of me and I had no idea? So some of you, it's like meeting an old friend. Long time no see. And others, it's like, whoa, this is new. So you might not really be aware of what's going on. Am I meeting an old part of me or am I opening to new? But just sit in the energy and just get a sense of what you feel and allow yourself, your energy to just really move out, expand into this expansion, fill up the space, sit in the energy, move into the energy, fill the energy of this space, this newly expanded, opened up space. Send your energy all the way through it and try to feel it. How big is your energy now? How wide does it go? How high does it go? How different does it feel? Set the intention that you experience it or have an experience of it. Learn something about it. Be shown something about it. Go where you need to go. Do what you need to do to just now get a sense of what's changing, of what's new. Perhaps as you feel the space, have a look at your life. How different does it feel? What do you notice? What do you observe? What's changed? You can ask the question, what do I know now that I didn't know an hour ago? And we are just holding space for you to explore this space, fill this space, learn about this space, and experience this space. Just stay in this space for a little while. Imagine yourself merging with this space now, as if this is a new normal. This is who you are now. We're going to start to take this expansion and move it into and through the body. We want to move this through the body, bring this into the body, embody this, anchor this through the body so that the body knows this, so that you can be this, experience this, tap into this. So any resistance, again, ancestral, other lifetimes, childhood, lifetime, and any other reasons, any other resistance, struggles, stresses, anxieties that you may be now experiencing as a result of trying to bring this into and through the body. We're now calling all of these associated things in, and we're sending them some love, and we are now shifting them. Clearing any stories, breaking any vows, contracts, and agreements that may have been made. Choosing to believe whatever it was that you chose to believe, that is now ready to be released, cleared, healed, dissolved, dismissed, released, merged. Anything else that needs to be released from the body is now being released from the body. For example, if there's anything being stored in the body that's taking up space or isn't congruent, isn't aligned, any old, stuck, stagnant energies that just don't need to be there are just being released down into the earth, through the earth, or out. If you're feeling any discomfort, send it love, more love from your heart. Don't resist it, just sit with it, be with it, send it love. Don't get too attached. Stay disconnected, send it unconditional love. And just know, send your thanks and your appreciation to these parts of you for being there, what you learned, what you experienced, what they taught you, how they supported you. Thank you for all the lessons. Thank you for all the experiences. Thank you for being part of me. You're now free to go. Appreciation, gratitude, love clears it, shifts it, releases it, which now allows more space for this to come through and embody. So it's almost like we just now need to clear, as we're clearing this space, it's like just freeing up just that little bit more space, clearing, releasing that space. It's like taking sage and just any residual energies, anything left, just clearing it all out. So that this new expanded you, more of your soul, can come in, be in, express through you, see through you, be you. And as it comes in, there's a real expansion of a solidness. Like you're more solid, you're more connected. So as sort of a final piece, any parts of you that might be feeling a little off as a result of this, or like things haven't quite fully clicked into place, we just want to get all your energy now. Both the stuff that's been shifted, changed, and the stuff that has been impacted by the shifts and changes, and that isn't, all on the same page, all coherent, all aligned. We want to get everything just set into the most perfect place where you need to be right now. Everything aligned, everything congruent, everything coherent. Clearing any resistance, stress, anxiety, stories, ancestral past life, other, childhood, whatever. Any stories, beliefs, vows, contracts getting in the way of this coherence, getting in the way of this congruence, getting in the way of this alignment, to just be released through all time, space, dimensions. And we're just bringing through one final round of energy to complete anything that needs completing, shift anything that needs shifting, settle anything that needs settling, and to just really finish everything off. And for some of you, you're just needing a little bit of grounding support. So we're just bringing that into. So lastly, settle into your energy. Start to kind of move your fingers and your toes, move your arms, your feet. Start to just really connect back to the present moment. Become more aware of your surroundings. Start to come back into the room. Bring your awareness back if you went off somewhere. And just waking up if you've gone off to sleep, and just coming back to the here and now. And when you're ready, open your eyes, because we're done. Thank you, everyone.